guys to the Code Devil tutorials on Python. In the previous video we learned how to install the idle environment on Windows, and then we learned how to write our first program. Now let's open the idle environment. First of all, I'd like to tell you the basic difference between the default file that has appeared here and the new file that I just opened. So considering the same thing which I wrote in the previous tutorial, let's write the same statement: print hello everyone, and I press the enter key and the command is executed. But in a new file, suppose I write the same thing: hello everyone, and now I press the enter key, but nothing happens. What happened to that code? Well, the thing is that when the code is not actually executed on the spot, but it is saved in that file. So suppose I save this file. I'll save it as, let's see, my code, and I save it here. And now I have this tab, run tab. Just click on it and click this key, run module, or you can even press the F5 button as a shortcut. And now here the command is executed. So in case you don't want the whole code to be executed on the spot, then you can just have click on the file tab and click on new file, or you can press the Ctrl+N and you'll have a new file where the command will not be executed immediately. So now let's get back to our topic. So the topic for today's discussion is variables. So what are variables? Variables are basically alphabets or any strings that store values. Suppose take the example of your phone. In your phone, suppose you want to save the contact number of your friend. Then you store the name of your friend and her contact number, and then you save it. But where did that information go? Where did that data go? It was stored in a variable. So how can we name a variable? So in Python we can name a variable with camel casing. What is camel casing? Camel casing is, suppose I want to name my variable as variable name. So reading it is quite difficult for the viewer, variable name. So we just separate these words not by a space but by capital letters like this. It is a bit better way to read it for the viewer, and you can even use underscore here, and then you assign it. How do you assign a variable a value? You write the equals to sign, and suppose I give it the value as 45. Now I assign another variable as second variable, and I assign it the value 5. Now I want the sum of both 45 and 5 through the variables. So I store these values in another variable as, suppose I name the variable sum is equal to variable name plus second variable. Now the sum of 45 and 5, the values of these variable names, has been stored in another variable sum. Now I want to print this sum. So what do I write? Print sum, and the sum is 50. But in this case, why didn't we use double quotes? Because sum here is a variable, but if we enclose it in double quotes, then sum is printed as a string or a word. It's not printed as a variable. That's the main difference that you need to know. So here, suppose now I want to store a string, a word. What is a string? It's a word or basically a sentence. So I want to save, suppose I want to store the value mango in a variable called fruit. So I have this variable fruit is equal to, in double quotes, I store it as mango. Now I write the function print fruit, and now the value which I assigned to the variable fruit mango has been printed here. So that's the basic thing about variables. Another point to be noted, that a variable can't consist of numerical values like 2, 3, 4, 5. Another point is that suppose I want to write something in this idle environment which is not a part of your code. Then I write a hashtag and then I write whatever I want to. And whatever I have written in this hashtag is not a part of my code. Now, so in this video, you learned about variables. You also learned about the difference between a default file that appears and a new file. And you also learned about using this hashtag command in your idle environment. Stay tuned for more videos. In upcoming videos, you learn much about data types, arithmetic operators, and many more interesting topics. So stay tuned, have fun, and have a good